Many Sunderland supporters would not have dreamed of such a positive start to their long-awaited return to the Premier League. They sit in 7th place with 14 points after 8 games, following their victory over Wolves at the Stadium of Light, which saw new defender Nordi Mukili score the game's opening goal. Mukili's goal came from an effective 1-2 with fullback Trey Hume, which opened up the Wolves' defence, and it wasn't the first time that a Sunderland defender had scored an important goal so far this season, with Omar Alderete netting a header at Nottingham Forest, which turned out to be the winner at the City ground on that occasion. Sunderland's defensive options are of course much changed from what the club had available in the Championship last season, with several of the summer signings, including goalkeeper Robin Roofs, being defensive minded. Could it be then that Sunderland's success so far has come down to the improvements in their back line, especially given that despite forward options also being brought in, Régis Le Bris has maintained faith with Wilson Isidore and with Elise Mayenda, who were at the club last season. Le Bris revealed that creating a solid defence at Sunderland was indeed a big priority in the summer transfer window.
Yeah, I think it's important to build consistency, especially in this league. If you are solid to protect your goal, you don't concede many goals. I think it's better to build confidence and to be able to be competitive. Yeah.
Régis, just looking at the defence again, how high are the confidence levels at the moment? Because of course they're putting in some really solid performances, clean sheets, and contributing to attacks as well.
Yeah, it's fragile because our last experience at Manchester United was tough. I think we struggled for 30 minutes, tried to find a solution and change the system. So it shows that when you are not top, the opponent has the ability to punish you. So it's always like a process. We know that so far we are good. We know the pillars we have to involve to be strong, but at the same time it's always fragile. But I think it's an important part to build confidence and to help the team and the players to play good football.
And how do you go about coaching those defenders you've got to join the attacks and contribute to them and come out with an outcome that we saw against Wolves with Nordi Mukili and Trey Hume combining for the goal?
Yeah, it was after a long throw, so we stayed high and developed possession with different position, unusual position at the end of the situation. So it shows that starting from a long throw, you can attack high with versatility. And I think Nordi is a good Trey are a good example of that. They can play both left or right, centre back. So when you are in this position, you are not disturbed and you can develop the action.
And just looking at the forward line now, did you think that going into the season that you had enough firepower with Wilson and Elisa, who had been with you at the Championship last season? Because obviously you had Mark, he's gone, you've got Brian as well. But did you think that those two were always going to be enough for the most part?
We'll see. At the minute, I'm very confident. And I repeat, this part of the pitch is the most difficult because you have to create, you have to defend, and then you have to create the danger. Sometimes you don't have enough support, so you have to do it alone against really strong defense, really strong defenders. So at the minute, I'm really happy with their behavior. The output has to be improved, but it's the case for everything in our squad. And the most difficult part in football is to score. So support and development.
What is clearly helpful for Régis Le Bris and Sunderland is that his defenders are not only putting in solid defensive performances, but they are also very keen to join the attack and feel confident enough to do so at present. Against Chelsea this weekend, they will likely be tested more than they were against Wolves, but they do go into the match at Stamford Bridge as equals with their London opponents in terms of current Premier League points. Le Bris will hope that lessons will have been learned from the loss away at Old Trafford though, and that Sunderland's defenders can come out on top at both ends of the pitch on this occasion.